Howdy folks! So in today's video I'm going to just show you what it is exactly that I do once I've already selected my medias from my desktop, imported them into my Capcut to edit my video. I promised a Garrettson video for World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor today, so here it is. This is the actual editing process of that video. So what I do is I go in and I usually go and I do a wave, a thank, and a cheer. After that cheer is when I put in my little channel introductory thing where it says +1, you know, gaming and cooking, daily uploads, yada yada yada. Anyways, once I get that done, I put it down into the bar and then I added my transitions. And for this one, I usually do the black fade. I do not use mix, and I leave it at the time that's default. I don't change it. I don't alter it because it works out just fine. So I get that done. Let's see. Then I go and I grab one more thing for media, my channel art by my friend Foxy, and I drop that down. And I usually scale that down too, and then I add text. So, but I went ahead and I scaled it. I usually put it at like a 33% on the scale, and then I drop it down into the corner. And then from there is where I start to go in to add in the text. I select my font. I select effects, which is all of those effects. Some of them are pro, but there's quite a bit that are free. I shrink it down and I put it over the top of my channel art. And then I go ahead and I add in another text. And this one's going to say channel art done, or channel art by Foxy. Again, select the font, shrink it down, and I usually like to have the little semicolon on the outside of the picture and Foxy on the inside of it. So that's what I was looking at there, the parameters there. Fits in there perfectly. There we go. And then I stretch that out, and then I proceed to go in and do some more cutting. That's me just seeking out the different medias because this is a multi-clip video. So I'm looking for the lines as to where the first one starts, next one begins, or that. So I'm looking for the wave, and then once the wave ends, I go in and I hit cut, and then I delete. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to get to the beginning of the wave, and then I'm going to select the track, cut, and delete. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the loading screens. So I do that real close. Cut. Cut again. Yeah, right about this. Cut it again, and then I delete it. And then eventually I'll go back and add mix transitions to those. I wanted to show both the Alliance and the Horde perspective of the Garrettsons and different developments and things of that nature, yada yada. So, yeah. Wait for the wave, the end of it, select the track again, I'm going to cut it, then I'm going to see exactly what it is that I want to remove, which is me logging over to my other character and setting her up to do the other segment of the video. So I get there, get it to the wave again, because I wave on all my tones. I'm a very friendly person. I like to say hi to everybody. Okay, so we're gonna cut that out. And then I'm gonna add in a transition, mix. Whenever they add new ones, it goes up and down the list, so which makes it a little bit hard to find. And then like I did on the other one, I'm gonna take out the loading screen. So I just select the track, cut, and then go select the other side of the loading screen. Track is already selected, hit cut, select the segment I'm deleting, which is the loading screen, and then I go to the end because I did do a /wave. And at the end of that wave, I'm going to select the track. I'm gonna cut, delete, and that's complete. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stretch these out. Usually I shrink, or I like to shrink my things when I'm doing this part because then I can just stretch that all the way to the end really quick, but I forgot. So there we go, I shrunk it down. I'm gonna pull this all the way to the end. Same with that. And then I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to stretch out my track initially. Once I get all of these things pulled to the end. There we go. Stretch it out again. And that'll be easier for me to see just in between the very middle of the transition. Then I'm going to select each thing and cut it on either side. And then I'm going to delete the ones in the center only. And everything will stay where it is on screen, as you see it in my videos. Now I'm adding in my animation for fade out and fade in. So on this side I do fade out because it's just like the introductory to. And then this side, I'm gonna add in fade in. I don't know, it just makes it look cleaner, better. I don't know. It's just personal preference, really. Oh, I was looking for fade in. I was in out, though. Once I get that done, I usually like to go back and rewatch it just to make sure everything's going smoothly and properly. So it faded out, and it's about to fade back in. That looks good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the line and I'm going to look for the finish and start of new clips. And the reason I'm doing that is to verify whether or not I need to put in my mix transition or not. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think I've put them in on each and every cut that I've done. So I just like to go and double check that, if not triple check it, before I finish the whole entire process. So here we go. I needed to add in a transition. There we go. I put in mix. And it's like, I know that they have like the apply to all feature, but that would also change my black fades in the very beginning, which I don't want to do. So I usually go and do this individually. Just personal preference. And then one thing I did forget to do on this video and recording is at the end of the channel art created by and then the unblessed one, I did forget to put fade out. I usually put that at the end on the text as well, at the ending, right there. So that's for that video. And then I'm going to show how to do audio as well, where I get my audio and how I put my audio in my video. And I will come back and explain that. Alright, so this is where I go and I get my audio. I go to the Creator Studio and YouTube, and I go to Audio Library. I wanted to use Life of Riley, which is the song you're actually currently hearing. And I wanted to put this in on the video for the entire duration. I went ahead and put it in like 2 or 3 times just to, you know, fill up the entire duration of the video, which is like 13 minutes long. And you have your creative contributor thing that you need to copy. And I usually copy paste this into a notepad. And then it's to be pasted into the description box of the video that you're posting, that you're using the song on. It has to do with like copyright infringement. Like if you put this in the description, you can't get a strike for copyright or anything like that. Like, you know, because I don't own the music, somebody else does. So some songs are like that, some songs aren't. So this part's supposed to be silent. This is where I drop in my medias of this video that I'm actually doing right now. And I'm showing you how I put in the audio. So I usually go in and I completely mute the other track, depending on what it is I'm doing. So these clips are muted completely. I left the end audio on with my music already on there for my typical outros to all of my videos. So what you do is you go into audio, you go to extract, import, downloads, you pull out your song from YouTube, you drop that down into your tracks just below your video track listing for audio. Now the song wasn't enough for the duration of the whole entire video, so I went ahead and I just continued to drop it in and loop it kind of situation. But what I did was I blended it in. So as it ended, I did a fade in effect on the beginning of the song. So that way it starts off a little bit quietly and then it goes into the song full force volume. And I did that about 2 or 3 times, I believe. And then at the end, I went ahead and I cut it, deleted, and then I did a fade out. And that's pretty much it. That's how you add in audio. Clean and simple. Pretty quick and easy too. There it is. Music. I hope this has been helpful. Have a beautiful day. And thank you so much for watching.